So I was just in the elevator with some people from a higher floor than me, and there were three people, and they had all been stuck in these elevators at some point. As of today, I have not been stuck in an elevator in my life, and I'm just ruining the day. It's almost bound to happen if you're riding elevators every day. You're going to get stuck in an elevator at some point. I don't know. Maybe I can dodge it. We'll see. Today is April 1st, 2013. April Fool's Day. I do not believe in April Fool's Day. Do not try and fool me on April 1st or any other day, please. I think there's been a few wrecks here recently. Right there behind me, that little intersection is where Natalie and I saw a Dodge Durango flip over. It's just a bad spot. Is it me, or have they like trimmed a whole shitload of branches off of this tree? I guess anything that actually comes out towards the parking lot gets cut off. So Kelly, what did you spend your day doing? Well, let's see, I hope 10 or 15 people get on the Wi-Fi. For some reason, our Wi-Fi has been kicking people off lately. They all need their password reset for some reason, I don't know. What else I did? We've had these two servers that had a problem. They basically blew their Windows installations. And I have been trying in vain to get these two servers to allow me to reinstall Windows on them. One of those servers I've been trying to actually wipe the system, reset up the RAID, tried to go through the normal process, the instructions on the internet that say do A, B, C, D. Try to do that. You download their little special CD that has all the drivers, you put that in, you boot off of it, you get it all set up, you tell it what operating system the server came with, you plop that CD in when it asks for it, and it starts installing Windows, and then it comes back and says, oh, there's a missing file. I'm doing exactly what they're telling me to do. Missing file. I've gone round and round. I've called support twice now. About to go on a third try. But the second server, I logged in, was able to actually get the existing Windows installation that was on it fixed and got it up and running, more or less. So I'm trying to basically take the image off of one and put it on the other and then rename it and call it done, right? Well, there's a million different ways of doing this. I could not get the two servers to talk to each other through a fake network. So I decided, well, I might as well go do it the old-fashioned way and just go from one computer to a hard drive and then back from the hard drive onto the other computer. Sounds like a normal plan. But these computers do not have SATA. They have the RAID controllers, and they don't even have a proprietary controller that I can tell. They don't have any sort of SATA or SCSI or anything on the motherboard. Everything's modular. So basically, you buy the computer set up with the hardware RAID on it, and that's it. The only other way to get into the machine at all is through the USB ports. So I left it from this morning, imaging the good machine onto a hard drive through a USB port onto a SATA drive. Now there's a problem with this. I don't know if the system has USB 3, but the image that the install that I'm using, the version of Linux that I'm using doesn't support that USB 3. So I'm going at USB 2 speeds. Not only that, but I don't have a USB 3 cable. I don't even know if they make USB 3 to SATA cables. I haven't seen any that say, look, this is a real USB 3 to SATA cable that gives you that high throughput. I don't think there are any out there. So I left it running. It's only like 100 and something gigabytes. So I'm hoping it finishes by tonight. And I'll kick the write-off tomorrow when I go in. But I don't know if it'll get done because of how long it's taken to write the stupid drive. They don't have any sort of port, high-speed port on this thing except the stinking USB ports. That doesn't make any sense to me. You'd think they would put something on there, stick one SATA port off on the side so you could connect to a high-speed normal drive instead of having to use the RAID systems. I don't know, maybe if I knew the RAID systems better, I could actually put the other two drives in it and set up two separate RAIDs and mirror. The problem is, if you have two drives that are in RAID and you try to pull them out and put them in another machine, that's another RAID. You can't just say, well, just copy the RAID that was there before. You've got to set up a new RAID. And anytime you set up a new RAID, you blow away the old one. So all the data's gone. So you can't just move a couple of RAIDed drives around. You've got to set up the exact same situation they were in before. Which is another thing that kind of gets me. Unless you're joining drives to raids and removing drives from raids and moving data around within a raid. I don't know how you take data from one machine to another once things are in raid. I've got to sit down and find somebody who knows that stuff better than I do. We have somebody at work who probably knows that stuff a lot better than I do, and I need to sit down with him and see if he can give me a good 101 on how to move stuff around within a raid. It seems like raids have been around forever. I thought I knew something about them until, you don't know what you don't know until you try to mess with stuff, and then you figure out, oh well, look at all this crap I don't know how to do. So that's something else I need to learn. It seems like every day I learn something. I learn 5 more things I need to learn.